So the answer to this is simple when you understand what a nice guy is compared to like what a bad guy is. So women actually look for a very specific kind of man from an evolutionary standpoint. Women want a man that is confident, that is charming, and that is willing to take responsibility. And those three qualities is what makes up the quote unquote bad guy. So you might think right now that a bad guy is a guy that just treats a woman like a piece of shit. Like he doesn't really care about her. And to an extent, that is true. But the qualities that man possesses is why women will say they want a nice guy, but then always choose the bad guy. So in this video, I'm going to explain to you guys the differences between a nice guy and a bad guy. Because once you understand what makes up a bad guy on a fundamental level, you'll understand that every man has these capabilities. Every man can be a quote unquote bad guy. And it really comes down to just understanding what feminine women want in a masculine man from an evolutionary standpoint. So if you are looking for an answer as to what a nice guy is and a bad guy is, I'm going to give it to you in this video, dog. So before I get into that, if you want my help when it comes to understanding women getting better at pickup, dating, and relationship skills for free, I've got a free ebook in my description down below, and it also comes with a free bonus just for signing up. Or you can join my new community that I'm putting together for men to get better with women, and then I have coaching options as well. A nice guy is basically going to do things for women because he thinks that if he does things for her, he's going to earn her love and he's going to get something in return. The reason why nice guys exist is because society has raised men to behave that way. When your mom raises you, she's teaching you how she wants you to behave. So you're being conditioned to treat other women the same way that you would treat your mom. And that is very feminine, that's very submissive. And that is why most guys are not good with women, simply because they have been raised to act more feminine, myself included. I was raised by my mom. My dad and my stepdad was never in my life. I never had a man show me how to be a man. I've had to learn this on my own, which is why I'm able to film videos like this, teaching you guys, because I study this stuff very, very heavily. So a girl will say this: I want a guy that's going to wine me and dine me, that's going to pay for my bills, that's going to pay for my nails. I want a guy that's going to treat me like an absolute princess. I want a guy that's going to make his love known. I want him to show me off, blah, 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 blah. And when a man does that, when she gets that from a man, that turns her off. Why? Again, because it's very feminine and it's very submissive. Oh, baby, I'm going to do this for you, hoping that in return, you'll love me and then you might have sex with me. Another way to explain this before I move on to what a bad guy is if we look at society as a whole, we teach men. And you can look at this in all like the videos, like the red pill community thinks that you have to be the richest, best looking guy in order to get women. That is social conditioning. That means that we are teaching men that you're not worthy of getting a girl unless you build a business and you get filthy rich and you become as good looking as possible. But on a evolutionary and biological level, women, for the most part, they don't care how tall you are, they don't care how rich you are, and women don't value looks as much as men value looks. So if you act like a bad guy, I don't care where you are in life right now, you will become more attractive to women, despite what modern day women says. Because with TikTok and with Reels, when women consume this information about what kind of guy that they want, they keep consuming that, they're going to start believing that that is what they want. But just because you believe that you want something doesn't mean that you are actually going to respond to that when you get it. This is why that topic of why women go for bad guys even exists in the first place. And I just answered that question. Society has conditioned men to believe that you're not worthy of getting a woman unless you build your value. Now, I do believe that men are born without value. So I do believe that men have to work to get that value. Again, you don't need to be like a Fortune 500 CEO to get the hottest girl in the world. That's where we start talking about what a bad guy is. So a bad guy possesses 3 traits that a masculine man has. He's confident, he's charming, and he takes responsibility. Let's talk about all 3 of these, because confidence is on like from a Webster dictionary point of view, confidence might be like you've done something so many times that you know how to do it without thinking about it. That's confidence. So for me, like I talk to women on an everyday basis. So when I talk to girls, it's no big deal for me because I could just go up and I talk to them. I'll talk to a hot chick like I would talk to an ugly chick. It makes no difference to me. I've done that enough times to where I don't even need to think about that. I just act that way. That's the key word. When you act confident, when you project confidence, that is what women find attractive. You could go up to a girl like with the most anxiety, not knowing if she's going to like you or not. But as long as you don't show that on an outside point of view, she will never know, and you're projecting confidence, and that woman is going to find you more attractive. So if you talk to a girl, if you like talk to this and you're whispering like this and, oh, I don't really know if you're going to like me. Hey, you wouldn't want to go out on a date with me, would you? That's very submissive. That's very insecure. She can see the anxiety. But if you go up to her and you say, just to give you an example, hey, excuse me, listen, I saw you from over there. I thought you were extremely cute, and I wanted to come up and get to know you. I'm in the middle of something right now, so I know, fortunately, I know you and I don't really have enough time to talk, but I would love to take you out sometime. Are you free this Saturday? Do you see the difference there? That's confidence. Now, because you haven't built up any rapport with this woman, I doubt she's going to say yes, but it could happen. But I wanted to articulate the differences between what being not confident is and then what confident is on an outside level. Other characteristics, so you'll see bad guys, they're like, oh, they treat the girl like they don't care about her. Well, that's because men inherently are dominant and they're very selfish. Now, I don't mean dominant as in like you're domineering, where you're controlling that woman. I mean dominant as in that man knows that no one is going to build that man's life for him except for himself. So selfishness is where this also comes in, because if you find a girl attractive and you think she's hot, it would be in your best interest to go up and talk to her to try to get her in your life. If you're a man right now that wants to start a business because you want to get rich and you want to buy a Ferrari, it would be in your best interest to go out and start a business and make a ton of money so you can buy that Ferrari. Do you see? Being selfish is not bad, but we condition you to believe that it is. An example to illustrate the difference between like selfishness and then foolishness would be if someone does something to make a bunch of money. So they make a bunch of money, but they over a lot of other people. That's not selfishness, that's foolishness. Because yes, you're gaining money, but you're also burning a lot of bridges on the other side. That's the difference between selfishness and foolishness. Being selfish is not inherently bad, but we've conditioned you to believe that it is. So if you find a girl and you think she's really hot, this is why being direct is the best thing you can be. Hey, excuse me, I saw you from across the room and I wanted to come over and introduce myself because I think you're incredibly cute and I would love to get to know you. What's your name? You're being a man. I like that girl. She's hot. I'm going to go and talk to her. Now, that doesn't mean she's going to agree to come into your life, but that's a very selfish thing to do. I'm a man. I want that. I'm going to go and get it. That is very attractive to women. Bad guys, they act like they don't care because they've got other things that they want to go and focus on. I say that a woman should be the lowest priority in your life simply because women come and go. And women naturally did the chasing anyways. So if you're a man right now and you are making your girl the center of attention, you're pedestalizing that girl. That's feminine, that's submissive, that's a big turnoff. But if you're a man that has a woman and you also own a business and you're working on building your business and you only see this girl once a week, well, your focus is on business and your friends and your hobbies. And the woman, you'll spend time with her once a week whenever you have free time. And that way she's got to wait and chase you to get that time from you. That's very dominant. That's very selfish. I'm trying to build a life because no one's going to build it for me, and I will happily see you whenever I make time for you. And women naturally, because they're the nurturers in the relationship, if she likes you and she's feminine, that's going to be attractive because she knows she's going to be with a man that's going to be able to provide the greatest future for her. So I know I just said that. Now you might have the guys say like, oh, well, women in hypergamy, they'll just always date up. Well, men and women are going to date up. We always want what's in our best interest. men and women. Men want the hottest thing we can possibly get. Women want a guy that's going to be able to provide the most security that they can get. That's just how humans behave on again, an evolutionary standpoint. So if you believe then that hypergamy is your greatest enemy, then listen to what I just said in this video. If you're becoming the quote unquote bad guy and you have those 3 traits of confidence, charm, and responsibility, and I'll finish the other 2 in this video, then you're always going to be her best option. So women respond very well to words. So when you charm a woman, you want her to associate feeling good with you, because women do everything based on how they feel. So when you charm a girl, when you seduce a girl, you're just getting her to feel good being around you. And then responsibility is, are you willing to admit when you f***ed up? And then another way of responsibility is you are responsible for leading the relationship. We condition women that it's very sinful to be sexual. That is why women play hard to get. That's why women don't progress sexual intentions. They wait for the man to lead things from the date back home to the bedroom. That's responsibility. It's very masculine and very manly to court a girl, to date a girl, and then you have to be the one that brings her back to your place where you guys can hook up. That's a short version of what responsibility is. You as the man in normal society, men have to be the ones that progress the relationship, because if a woman does it, if she gets sexual, that's looked down upon. Okay, so that's going to be the video, guys. That is the difference between a nice guy and a bad guy. This is a very detailed explanation. So if you watch this far of the video, you're really going to understand the differences because they're clear as day. With that being said, if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Hey, if you have any topics that you want me to film in the future, please leave them in the comment description down below, or the comment section down below. I would appreciate that. And remember, guys, I have a free ebook with an added bonus just for signing up down in the description. You can join my new community for men that I'm putting together on understanding women. That is brand new. I'm really looking forward to building that over time. I want to build a place where I can help men, where we can all get together, share our wins, ask questions, and get better with women. Or if you want coaching, I have 2 options available. Everything's in the description. With that being said, gentlemen, if you like this video, check out this one right here. You're going to love that one as well. And guys, I will see you in the next one.